another thing that Korea is notorious for is plastic surgery. Are you familiar with that at all?
No, I
Dude, they're
didn't
the
know
plastic
that.
capital of the world.
I would have assumed it would maybe be like Brazil.
Now they're very because of Brazilian butt lifts.
BBLs.
So Koreans aren't getting Brazilian butt lifts, but they get a lot of like
Not yet.
eye surgery. I don't think they'll ever get that. They're just like their social construct of beauty is a little bit different.
Okay.
And I don't think that's the type of surgery that.
So
people
I guess
would be
when I think of
asking
plastic
for.
surgery, I'm thinking I guess of
Like
how
boob
do-
jobs and
boobs. And
Yeah.
butts.
Yeah.
What are you referring to? I guess.
So in Korea,
Mostly.
the most popular ones are facial
Okay.
facial surgery. So one is eyes. We have this thing called double eyelid surgery,
Okay.
which can I know the medical term, but I
Are
can
you
never
able
pronounce
to
it.
like quickly find a
Yeah.
photo? You think?
Yeah,
What
sure,
what
sure,
was it
sure.
called again?
Double eyelid surgery.
Double eye lift.
Eyelid.
Double eyelid
Yep.
surgery. Okay.
Yeah. Let me pull it up. So I know in 2023 you can get in trouble for saying obvious shit sometimes, but Asian people in general have smaller eyes, and they, we very much adhere to the Western standard of beauty,
Okay.
and people want to have bigger eyes.
Hmm.
And so this is the most popular surgery that people get. So actually, the statistic is that 40% of women in college right now have undergone plastic surgery procedures.
Do you happen to know how that applies to men, or is it just mostly a
A
female
lot lower.
phenomenon? Okay.
A lot lower
But
for
it
men.
still is done?
Yes, for men, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a cousin. He's a soccer player. He's obviously male.
Mhm.
He just got a nose job done. So that's
Oh,
also very
interesting.
popular. Yeah, because they want to. Also, Korean people generally they have lower nose bridges, and they
Okay.
want to elevate their nose bridge. So
Now, with the socialized healthcare, is that something
nah,
that's
cash, all
Okay.
cash.
And do
Um,
they ever here in America, I feel like the phenomena is going to other countries for cheaper access to plastic surgery. Are they
Yep.
getting this done here, or do they go elsewhere?
No, they go to South Korea. It's actually very big on tourism for plastic surgery. It's
Interesting.
very affordable. The quality is very good. And actually, you know that song Gangnam Style?
Mhm.
Gangnam is one of the richest districts in Seoul, and it's actually the hub of the plastic surgery
Wow.
industry there. And so here's double eyelid surgery.
Okay. So I'm looking at a photo that, yeah, I mean, I guess it's, I don't know how to best describe this, but yeah, as you described it, I guess it makes the eyes a little bit bigger. In my opinion, I don't see like a stark, huge difference though. Both of these eyes are attractive. I don't know. It's
Hey, Korean people, they can tell immediately.
I guess
I'll
so.
walk around with my cousins and they'll just start pointing fingers like that person had plastic surgery.
interesting.
Yeah, and it's so common over there. So actually, the reason why it's so common, I think, is also very interesting. So there's this perception, and unfortunately, when enough people have a certain perception, it's to a certain degree becomes a reality. And there's this cultural perception that physical appearance can take you a long way in terms of
Okay.
your career, in terms of your marriage. So, for example, it says 80% of job recruiters cited that physical appearance was an important factor in screening candidates. And also, South Korean job applications have traditionally required a photo of yourself.
Oh wow.
And also, a majority of male and female applicants themselves believe that attractiveness was a crucial factor in various job opportunities. So, interestingly enough, a lot of parents will gift their children plastic surgery for graduation.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's a lot of family pressure. It's that 40% of individuals who receive plastic surgery cited family pressure as one of the reasons why they received plastic surgery.
Mm.
And they look at it as an investment that's going to pay off for them later in their career.
Man.
So it's a very different
Yeah.
attitude towards plastic surgery. And if you even look at the age demographic of people receiving plastic surgery, in Korea it's mostly early 20s versus the United States, is the most common age range is 35 to 50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're getting it done at a much younger age. It's much more prevalent. And I guess on a society, on a cultural level, it's even encouraged, unfortunately, to a certain degree. And a lot of our celebrities have also had plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and you could even make that same argument for, American
this out,
celebrities,
Logan.
of course. But okay. So
So
and-
that's in Gangnam. That's a train station. You look
Okay.
at all those ads for plastic surgery.
Oh, okay.
That stuff is everywhere, man. You
yeah,
go there.
I mean, I feel like we of course have some plastic surgery billboards and stuff here, but to see it everywhere like this, every single one of them. And we'll put this in the video as well too. It's just, I don't know. I have very mixed feelings when it comes to plastic surgery, because in my eyes, like, look, if this if this surgical intervention is going to make this person feel mentally improved about themselves, who am I to say this is a bad idea? But I don't know. And at the same time, I think that there's a lot of risks to plastic surgery.
Absolutely.
I also wonder, like, isn't this is this really going to solve your mental health issues? When you get after this surgery, are you just going to want the next surgery to improve yourself? Like, are you ever going to be fully satisfied? So I don't know. I feel this way pretty strongly about makeup too. You know, I think in some ways makeup can be a good thing to make a person feel more, have an improved self body image. But, you know, there's definitely, we talked a lot about, you know, hustle culture, you know, maybe part of this intervention can actually be healthy. You know, I think taking a harsh stance saying no, never, it's never going to help anyone is too extreme. But there definitely can be using too much of plastic surgery, using too much of makeup in any regard, absolutely can be toxic for someone's mental health.
I think it just speaks to the cultural values. Because sadly enough, I think Korea is a very superficial country. We can see that reflected in the amounts of plastic surgery that's being done. But at the same time, Korea is per capita is the highest consumer of luxury goods.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they love their name brand stuff,
Okay.
to a fault.
Okay.
I mean, like the wages in Korea are not as high as here. A lot of people kind of face the similar economic struggles that are becoming more prevalent, unfortunately, here in the United States. But at the same time, you got had that Gucci bag. You know, you got to get your Louis
Wow.
Vuitton, dude. It's huge over there, and it's like a huge status symbol. Man, you see so many people just walking around with like Balenciaga shirts, you know, carrying
Okay.
their Louis Vuitton bags.
You know, you mentioned, I mean, of course, New York is, it sounds like very similar, but it almost seems more like South Korea reminds me of like what LA feels like.
Yeah. So here's the contrasting numbers between Korea and the U.S. Hold on, I have it somewhere here. Give me 1 second. All right. So per capita, South Korea is the worst biggest spender on their luxury goods. $325 per capita per year. That's Korea. America, $280 per capita. China is $55 per
This is
capita
for plastic surgery.
for luxury goods.
Oh, luxury goods. excuse
Purchasing
me.
luxury
Okay.
goods. So
Okay.
yeah, they love it even more than the Americans.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't think that was possible, right? Because we love that stuff here.
I didn't, you know, because especially, you know, we're doing, of course, America does well economically.
Mhm.
I literally would have thought we're number one. To hear that a country like South Korea, that is not necessarily this economic powerhouse in the world, actually puts more value on these luxury goods. Man, I've never been a name brand guy. It's kind of hard for me to relate to that. You know, I'm always the kind of person that I actually take pride in wearing like an off-brand kind of thing sometimes, and what's cheapest.